And we're live. Welcome back to MTV Geek's live stream coverage of San Diego Comic-Con. And honestly, this is the interview that many of the fans have been waiting for all day, because do you guys realize how huge you are here at MTV Geek? Legend of Korra is like one of the, it gets like some of the highest numbers whenever it's on MTV Geek.
Just saying that.
No, seriously.
Said that in the last
Actually, we got here early.
You said that to the Ninja Turtles.
No, I mean, you guys are the new Ninja Turtles. So, well, the fans truly love you, and we were just talking about your panel today here at Comic-Con. How did it go?
It was great. It was the biggest room we've ever had, 4,300 or so people, and apparently a ton of people couldn't even make it in.
It's crazy.
So.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've gotten ahead of myself here because people know your voices and definitely know of your past work. But introduce yourself first. Tell us who you play and or how you're involved.
Okay. Hey, I'm Janet and I play Korra.
I'm David Faustino and I play Mako.
I'm Seychelle, Gabriel, and I play Asami.
Really good. That's really good.
Oh,
really good. I feel comfortable with you. Great. PJ Byrne and I play Bolin.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why I didn't say my last name.
No,
I'm not Janet Jackson.
It's Janet Poughkeepsie.
Barney.
I am Mike Dimartino, one of the creators of the show.
Yeah.
And I'm Bryan, Konietzko, the other creator.
Wow. Okay, so let's see. So the panel went great, though. I kind of cut you off, kind of cut the answer off. But the fan reaction, I'm sure, was incredible. So I know there was a lot of anticipation for Legend of Korra because, you know, Avatar has a cult following. So talk to us about creating Legend of Korra.
Sure. It's very easy to just, you know, create something.
You wake up, you write, you paint, show.
Yeah, we had a couple years off after the first series, The Last Airbender, and then Nickelodeon came to us and said, hey, you want to do a new show in the Avatar universe? We said, absolutely. We wanted to do a whole new setting, new characters, new mythology that builds off the old mythology, and kind of do what we do, which is sit around in a room for a few weeks and throw around ideas, and that's kind of how Korra was born.
I'm just sitting over here like Larry King for some reason.
Very regal.
Well, I want to know, why did you decide to make the lead character female? Because being the voice of Ahsoka, being such a strong female character, I mean, Korra is so kick butt. I would think every single girl out there would want to be Korra. So I applaud you for making the lead character a girl. But then I also want to say this is not a show just for girls. So talk to us about that decision, because that's a big one.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as much a decision, like, you know, we sat down and calculated. It was just an idea. It was like, I think the first idea was like, well, let's do a story about the next Avatar, and then the next idea was, what if it's a girl? So it's pretty natural. You know, we had Toph and Katara and May, Ty Lee, Azula. So, you know, we have all these, you know, what are called strong female characters. To us, they're just cool characters. You know, we're not. It's not revolutionary to us. We think it should happen in more stuff. You know, and more projects. And it's been a great year for it. There's been a lot of really big projects with cool, strong lead, you know, female characters and stuff. But it was pretty natural to us. So, yeah.
Well, from a performance standpoint, talk to me about voicing Korra and Asami, and what's your process like? Because, I mean, both of you, both female characters are so strong. Talk to us about that. And is it a conscious choice in your performance and not making them the typical weak girls?
Well, I guess speaking for myself, I was just so excited to get the opportunity to audition for a character like Korra that I don't have to do that much. I don't have to alter my voice that much. I'm always willing. I always offer up my voice to do other voices, but I'm not really a girly girl, but I'm not really a tomboy either. I guess I feel like Korra's sort of it's kind of what you guys were saying. She's a person first and a girl second, and I guess that's always how I sort of thought of myself. I was kind of raised by a single dad, and so it's not really hard for me to get into that place because that's kind of where I come from. However, I cannot bend any elements. I want to be very clear on that point. I'm not able to do that.
Set the record straight. Okay, and Asami, tell us about that.
I'm kind of in Janet's boat too, where it's, you know, kind of like I'm just so excited to do it as well, and but it's cool to like. I feel like I've never played like such a badass character that I can go home in rehearsal and like pretend that I'm in a race car or a jet plane and just sit on my couch, you know, with no one around, like, you know, it's cool. And that, you know, like just what they write for us and the material and, you know, the character itself kind of just, you know, I wrap myself up in that and it kind of, you know, I feel like it just comes out as it does. But
you're the animated version of Danica Patrick. You're awesome.
That's cool.
So Mako and Bolin, I love their relationship. Do you guys actually record together in the studio?
Yeah, we do. And, you know, these guys write things for us that are really easily come out of our mouths, I think. But it's also good sort of jumping off points where we're able to improvise a little bit. And we kind of have a very nice relationship. So, you know, outside of the booth, if you will. Yeah. That's how we roll.
That's how we roll.
So hopefully that comes out when you're watching the show, that we do have a great relationship. And I think it's with all the actors. So.
We usually have to chop about 45 minutes of PJ's improv out of the final material just to get it to fit in the 22 minutes.
I like to share. I like to share some thoughts and feelings with America.
No, but it's great. We try to record I think we try to record together as much as possible, and we usually do. And a lot of the times I know they try to get us together because we're in so many scenes together.
And we hold hands.
And we hold hands.
Share that. Let's
you hold hands while you do it. Okay.
Yeah. That's a scoop for MTV Geeks. So
there's definitely a bromance with brothers going on. Okay. So I actually went to Nickelodeon.com, and the message is from the kids. We're kind of cracking me up. It was like, who do you prefer with Mako, Korra or Asami? So talk to us about this whole, it's not really a love, well, it is a love triangle or
quadrangle.
What do you think of these relationships going on?
What's your opinion? Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I love you right now. I love you too. Let's do this.
What team are you on? Team Mako or Team Bolin?
It's funny to me, like, when I watch, and if I watch...
This is what the kids are asking, by the way.
If I watch, like, Boardwalk Empire... Yeah.
It is.
When I watch shows, I'm not like, oh, man, I can't wait, I hope those characters get together, or, like, I don't want them to be together. I don't know. We don't watch the shows in the same way that I think our fans do, even though we like those, like, love triangles and love squares. And dodecahedrons and stuff. Yeah. But, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
You're doing a great job. Come on, Larry King. Larry King. Go back to Larry.
I was doing better at the Larry King.
Relationships. What do you think about that?
Well, I have to say, watching it from an adult's perspective, I didn't really feel it was even a show for kids. It was a really intense show. I mean, it is a show for all ages, but I got something completely different out of the show. It had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. I had knots in my stomach because I felt at times it was just getting worse and worse and worse for them, and I wanted to know what was happening next. So talk to us about, you know, if families are watching it together, all ages, what are you hoping they get out of the show?
Well, I mean, with the old series and now with Korra, it really is a show about balance. It's a show about families kind of coming together, whether it's like a traditional family or a family of like these guys, you know, like a team of friends getting together. A lot about friendship and working together and all that cool stuff. You know, you guys like doing that.
Together, yes. I think there's not a lot of shows out there that the entire family can sit down and watch a show together and learn a lot, and kids can ask their parents questions, and vice versa. Did they get a lot out of the program? There's a lovely mythology to all of it, so, and kudos to these guys for that.
And I like the heavy aspect that the kids, because, I mean, life is heavy, you know what I mean? And they're going to be faced with those choices and those difficult situations and dilemmas, and so for them to get a little taste of that early on, I think is a good thing.
Absolutely.
That's just my 2 cents.
Now, another thing, the kids...
That made 4 cents.
Absolutely.
Next round, I'll give you a nickel.
Yes.
There's so much intelligence going on in this couch right now. It's just crazy.
Can't even handle it.
Divine intelligence.
Divine intelligence. So, another question all the kids want to know is, if you could just choose one bending power, what would you choose? And why?
Metal bending. because it looks so cool, and because you can like hang from it, like it's like Tarzan, but like futuristic. That's what I would do.
I'd like to bend the truth.
Well done.
I've mastered
bending
the truth.
You have a gift for that.
Everyone else?
I like earthbending. I think that's, I would stick with me. I'm true to my character. Obviously, I can move this room and change it any way I like. I would sit closer to you.
But you can't
Yes.
because.
Well, thank
that?
you.
But you can't because you're in San Diego. You
Well,
can't
right,
bend
I
in
cannot
San Diego.
bend actually in San Diego. There's something in the water and the soil, and maybe El Nino coming up from the south. So that's what we're worried about.
I agree, though. I like my own bending power. I would stay with fire.
Okay.
Yes.
I've always I get asked that a lot because Korra does so many different.
I've heard that question
bends so
before.
many-
Thank you.
Well, because she has her different bending skills, and I always get caught between fire and water. And unsurprisingly, because I am a lot like that character, I would never choose air. Just like Korra has a hard time with it. Like, I don't know about this meditating patience thing, even though that suggests that it is the #1 thing I should pick. I should pick air because I would benefit from it, but instead I probably pick fire.
I'm definitely of the air bending variety, not just because of the head. I don't know, but I love the meditative aspect.
And Larry King?
I would go with tar. Yeah. 10 years ago when we pitched the show to Nickelodeon, they were really excited at first, and then they came back and they're like, I don't know, some of the executives are worried about there being fire. Is there anything else? And Mike just goes, no, Mike goes, tar bending. They're just gonna, he's like, just gonna shoot tar. And, it's been an inside joke for like 10 years, but I think it would be a pretty good one. Like, everyone's got their fancy fire, you just tar everywhere. Party's over, you win.
Party is over.
Luckily, that didn't catch on.
Do you think there could be like chocolate bending where anything, all of a sudden like chocolate would just spring up and anything you would want?
I think my wife is a chocolate bender. Yeah, she
There you go,
definitely,
there you go.
yeah.
Chocolate bender, right?
You go on a journey.
That would be what I would choose. So next season, I'm sure you can't say much, but anything you can give us about next season.
Well, I mean, we already talked about it today. But yeah, book 2 we're working on. We've written all the episodes, and it's called Spirits. It's much all about the spiritual journey of Korra, and she's going to visit the spirit world. She's going to battle some spirits. A lot of spirits happening in book 2.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. I know how lips are sealed, but I have to tell you, we have to thank you for coming to the MTV Geek Couch and being from the South.
Yeah.
You can never leave empty-handed. My mama taught me you gotta give a treat. So here we go.
Thank you so much.
Definitely, you get.
Yeah.
I went for a retro
that's
package.
Thank
Yes.
you very much.
So, yes,
Wow.
let's see.
Thanks, Mama.
Everyone.
Appreciate it.
And I did try to color coordinate. So, did everyone get them? Okay. So, the fans at home are, again, they've waited so patiently. They've been dying for this interview. And we have a clip of no, not next season. Just a clip of Legend of Korra, which is so cool. But stay tuned because the cast of Bob's Burgers is next. Not so much intelligence over here, just over on this.
You're
side.
overwhelmed by the us.
Yeah.
I am.
It's
I
gonna
We
happen.
have one burger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the nap. Yeah.
Is Bob a burger bender?
He is. Yeah, that's fact.
You know what? If I could bend In-N-Out burgers, I would do it all day long.
We just call him a meat bender, though.
Meat vendor, that's true.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna touch that.
Well,
It's a great cast, Bob's Burgers.
Great guys, good people, strong, nice families. So that's important.
nice family.
They teach you
Yes.
nice lessons.
Yes. Okay. I wish we could talk all day long. Seriously, I'm just going to sit in your studio and pretend that I'm the chocolate vendor in the cast. So,
That's fine. You are. What's up?
yes. Well, thank you so much for coming and being on our show today. And Bob's Burgers is next, but stay tuned for this Legend of Korra clip right now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, yeah.